Most businesses don't have a lead problem, they have a tracking problem. And if you're not tracking the right things inside HighLevel, you're losing sales you don't even know you had. Today, I'm going to show you one of the most powerful and most overlooked parts of HighLevel, your pipelines, and opportunities. This is the heartbeat of your sales process. It tells you exactly where money is leaking, where leads are stalling, and where opportunity is hiding in plain sight. I've built multiple seven-figure businesses using HighLevel, and after working with thousands of students and agency owners, I can tell you with confidence, the ones who scale the fastest aren't the ones generating more leads, they're the ones tracking their leads correctly. Pipelines are how you get predictable sales, consistent follow-up, and complete clarity. Opportunities and pipelines. This is actually one of the single most important things within the account as a whole, and most people do not realize that. Really consist of your sales pipeline. Now, in this specific account, this is called Core Appointment Snapshot. So, this is one of the two core accounts that we usually load in for somebody whenever they sign up and start working with us. And the way that we do it internally is that our snapshots are set to build upon one another. We don't want to overload things in the account. We want to make sure that people are getting exactly what they need, nothing more and nothing less. So this is really set to be like a default base level account that is set up for an appointment based sales process. Now, this pipeline can be edited and really should be edited to fit that unique business's sales process, but we'll take a look at the different stages within this pipeline and what may apply to you and what may not. So if you're going to create a brand new pipeline, you can just click on create pipeline. And then we're going to have stages within this pipeline. So if you were to look in my sub account, you would see a lot of different pipelines. So for example, I've got a live event in person that's coming up in November called Get Elevated Live. We have got a pipeline specifically for Get Elevated Live. People who've purchased a ticket, people who have done VIP upgrade with their ticket, people who have purchased the bonus implementation workshop day. We have people who are attending, people who are unable to attend, etc. So we want to be able to track all of that through the pipeline. You always want to have a stage for your new leads. These are leads that could come in through a variety of channels. I've also seen a lot of people who think that they need a new pipeline for every single campaign that they have, or maybe every single offer that they're running. And that's just not necessary. Can you do it? Sure. I do have it for certain offers, such as my live event. But that's a different process that those people are going through than someone who is coming in and scheduling a call and talking to our team. So, overall, I recommend that all of your leads are going into one primary new lead stage. You can identify in that opportunity, which again, we'll take a look at, where this person came from. But just being able to centralize that is going to make it easier for you to work those leads. I also really recommend having a hot leads stage. This is for people who are actively responding. Now, with conversational AI, this takes a lot of the pressure off of that because you can ensure that anybody who is conversing with your business through DMs, through text message, etc., that they are getting responses. However, number one, tech is not always 100% reliable. So it gives you a good way to check on these different leads and see if they are stuck in this stage. Why is that? What can we do to get them to the next stage of the process? Because these people are hot. They are talking back to you, asking you questions, and making sure that you are tracking those people. If you're just looking at all the conversations, you're going to miss out on the opportunity to identify what percentage of your conversations turn into scheduled appointments or purchases. Now, for anybody who's got an appointment based sales process, which would be ideally people who are starting to sell SaaS, either initially or potentially long term, you're going to have an initial appointment. Now, for some people, they already know that they've got a two call close process, which would be a shorter intro or discovery call, and then maybe a longer, more sales call or consultation call. If you only have one call, you can just remove these stages or you just set up your pipeline with just one set of appointment based stages. So we want a stage where people who book an appointment are going to go, people who don't show up to the appointment that they booked, People who say they need to cancel or maybe they need to reschedule, but they haven't actually gotten rescheduled so that we can try and get those people back on the calendar. And then people who have had a completed initial appointment. So this stage is super important because if you've had an initial appointment and you didn't buy and you're not a lost lead and you haven't booked a second appointment, there's a reason for that. So a lot of the stages of your pipeline should be stages that simply help you as the business owner identify where are people getting stuck in my process. Just like anything else, if you don't track it, you're not going to be able to optimize it. And so pipelines are the best way to actually track what is happening through your process. Then we also have that second set of appointment stages. And that's going to be for that second call or that consultation call. And they're going to look exactly the same, but they are going to be connected to a different calendar. Then we might have a stage for people that didn't close, but we need to follow up with them. They're just not ready yet. Now, again, this is more of a standard pipeline. Everybody really is going to want to customize this to either the specific industry that they're serving or that their account is going to be set up for, or for the specific things that they do in their business. So those are going to be people who opt in. Then there's going to be an abandoned cart. Then there will be people who purchase that initial offer, people who purchase the upsell, people who purchase an order bump, then maybe somebody who ascends into that higher level offer. So it's all going to be based on what's your process. Is there a call involved or is there no call involved? And what are the different offers that you have? We would likely want to have separate pipelines after somebody purchases for those different products, just for the onboarding stages. So again, you can have pipelines for so many different things, but starting with your purchase-based or your sales process-based pipeline is critical. If you are SaaS or doing done-for-you services, you're going to want to have an onboarding pipeline, working people through the different stages of onboarding to make sure that they are getting through those steps so that they can utilize that SaaS or that they can get incorporated into the business quickly. If you do digital products or memberships, you might have a membership based pipeline where people who have joined the community, you want to make sure they take that first step. People who have done the first introduction module, people who've completed different steps of that process than people who maybe have purchased other things. So I work with people that do memberships regularly, and having that pipeline to track is critical because especially if there is no human involved in that checkout or consumption process, having someone be able to look at this pipeline, see where people are getting stuck in terms of not taking action or not consuming the content, and being able to reach out or have AI reach out to them based on where they are getting stuck is huge. Because if this is an information based business, the more they consume, the higher the satisfaction is going to be, the higher the chances that they will buy something else from you. So do not underestimate the power of the pipeline. It is a very simple thing, but it is very important. So this is what a pipeline would look like in our opportunities tab. So we'll go through these different features in a minute. You are going to have leads that will be in here. Most of our pipelines are automated. So people move through these stages without us having to move them manually, but you can move them manually as well. Maybe it's just something that is a manual process, or maybe somebody gets stuck somewhere, whatever it is, you can definitely do it automated or manual. But just make sure that you've got your pipeline set up first. No matter which business model you choose, this is something that you need, and it's something that will be the center point of your entire account or of your clients' accounts.
Once you understand your pipelines, everything in your business gets easier. Your sales become more predictable, your follow-up becomes automated, and you always know exactly what's happening with every lead. This is the foundation that supports the rest of your AI automation. If you want help implementing this system, come at OPA to get access to Online Profits AI, where I help you build the AI-powered marketing and sales systems that automate lead gen, follow-up, sales, onboarding, and fulfillment. Comment GHL if you want my full HighLevel onboarding, SaaS snapshots, proven funnels, automations, and AI workflows for launching your own SaaS or automation business. Comment lead gen to get into my local lead gen masterclass, which pairs perfectly with pipelines and shows you how to generate high quality leads using paid ads and AI. Comment masterclass for the ultimate HighLevel masterclass, where I walk you through advanced automation strategies, client delivery systems, and complete HighLevel mastery. Drop a comment below and tell me which pipeline stage you're going to implement first: new leads, hot leads, onboarding, or reactivation. I want to know where you're focusing so I can support you in the next training. Thanks you so much for watching. I'll see you soon.